No one dared to approach the old cabin on the hill. It belonged to Old Man Grimm, a sorcerer who had lived far longer than any man should. Some whispered that he had made a deal with death itself. One stormy night, a black cat appeared at his door. Its fur was sleek, its eyes glowed an unnatural green, and it moved with an unsettling intelligence. It did not meow. It simply stared. Grimm, who had witnessed countless unnatural things, narrowed his eyes. "You're no ordinary cat, are you?" The cat leaped onto his wooden table, its tail brushing against an old, rusted hourglass. The glass tilted, then fell. It shattered on impact. The last grains of sand inside tumbled to the bottom. Grimm's breath caught in his throat. "So, it's time," he whispered. The cat simply watched. For centuries, Grimm had cheated death, siphoning the lifespans of others to extend his own. Kings, travelers, the innocent and the wicked alike, he had stolen years from them all. But the hourglass before him was different. This one was his. The magic that had once kept it from running dry was now undone. "Who sent you?" he demanded, seizing the cat by the scruff. The cat did not resist. Its mouth moved, but no sound came out. Instead, a whisper echoed inside Grimm's mind. "I have come to offer you one last choice." His fingers trembled. He had spent lifetimes avoiding the inevitable. Now it stood before him. "What choice?" he croaked. The cat's glowing eyes pulled him in, twin voids of endless green. The whisper continued. "You may die as a man, or live forever as something else." Outside, the storm raged. The wind howled like tortured souls. Thunder rattled the walls. Grimm's old body ached. His mind raced. To die now would make all his stolen years meaningless. But to live, as what? His voice was barely a whisper. "What happens if I choose to live?" For the first time, the cat smiled. It was not a cat smile. It was human. Grimm screamed. Lightning struck. The room trembled. The candlelight flickered, then went out. Silence swallowed the cabin. By morning, the storm had passed. The village below awoke, whispering of the strange, unnatural stillness on the hill. The cabin still stood, but Old Man Grimm was gone. And on the wooden table where he had once stood sat a black cat. Its eyes glowed green. Its fur was sleek, and it carried itself with an eerie intelligence. It did not meow. It simply watched, waiting. And in the village below, a new tale began to spread. A warning passed from lips to trembling lips. "A cursed cat now walks these hills," they said. "A cat that is not a cat at all."